Hello friends, welcome back to the Blockchain Report. We discuss all things blockchain technology, digital assets, DeFi, NFTs, and much more. Today's video will be starting our next edition of this series of Blockchain Explorers or Beginner's Guide to the Blockchain Ecosystem. And we will be diving into Cardano. Cardano is a very interesting crypto project or blockchain project. It was founded by Charles Hoskinson, who was part of the Ethereum Foundation in the very beginning. He left after, I believe, 6 months or so and started Cardano, or IOHK, as is his main business that owns Cardano. Let me see if I can find it. IOHK. It's input-output Hong Kong, which will be changed to input-output global. But this is essentially the team who built Cardano. That's Charles Hoskinson. And so they built this blockchain platform for change makers, innovators, and visionaries with the tools and technologies required to create possibility for the many as well as the few and bring about positive global change. So they do a lot of focus on bringing blockchain to the world, and especially to countries like less developed countries, and bringing banking to those people too. So a little bit about Cardano. This is just going to be kind of an overview video, and then we'll dive into the ecosystem in later videos. So our world is changing together. We can change it for the better. Cardano is a proof-of-stake blockchain platform. This means that, well, we'll dive into that later. The first to be founded on peer-reviewed research and developed through evidence-based methods. It means everything that they put out, they test it, they review it, they have peer-reviewed research and develop in everything they develop. It's basically takes a lot longer. Their roadmap is much longer than, say, Ethereum's, but things break less. And and they don't need to spend as much time doing damage control because they've already done the peer-reviewed research and deep development ahead of that. So it combines pioneering technologies to provide unparalleled security and sustainability to decentralized applications, systems, and societies. With a leading team of engineers, Cardano exists to redistribute power from unaccountable structures to the margins, to individuals, and be an enabling force for positive change and progress. Check out some of the use cases. I got enterprise, education, retail, agriculture, government, finance, healthcare. So solutions for education, credential verification, and this is the product that they have. So the issuance of academic certifications is heavily centralized. If diplomas, degrees, and other credentials are damaged or lost, the reissue process is often costly, and the issuing institution might no longer exist. Sharing these credentials is also difficult, as academic achievements are traditionally issued in physical form, which makes it almost impossible to share when and where needed. Atala Prism is an ID and credentials solution built on Cardano blockchain. Atala Prism secures academic certifications with an immutable and tamper-proof ecosystem, empowering students to own and share their achievements, and institutions to instantly verify those credentials. Atla Prism simplifies this process by enabling individuals to instantly share verifiable credentials. It also gives students ownership and control of their academic achievements with no third-party intermediaries, while removing friction and costly inefficiencies from the process. The result? A seamless way for students and job seekers to provide who they are and what they have achieved. So this is kind of like the idea of NFTs and having that digital ownership or digital credential. I think that would be really cool. Retail, product counterfeiting. So in 2018, counterfeit goods inflicted a $300 billion blow to the global economy. And anti-counterfeiting initiatives also involve lengthy and costly processes with little discernible effort or effect on the ongoing trade of counterfeit goods. Most fakes are sold online, which means that those rogue traders operate in relative impunity. AtlasScan leverages blockchain technology to offer a solution to this problem, a tamper-proof system to establish product provenance and auditability to ensure every product sold is certified original. So think of, your shoes, handbags, clothes, whatever high-priced items can be verified as soon as they're made. Whatever, there's like a little tag on the inside that you can scan that says, hey, this product is certified good, certified original, so that way you don't get scammed. Agriculture, supply chain tracking. So they want to have a system like Alta Trace that tracks basically from seed to store, or before seed to store. So you have everything tracked, what farm it went to, this and all those details. And then government, digital identity, and current credentials, issuance and verification systems are inherently flawed. And I don't need to tell you guys about how the DMV works, or getting an ID or passport and all this stuff, or going to the county to get a birth certificate and all. It's a mess. It's a mess. And especially if you live hours away from the place or states away, it could be a hassle. And then finance, onboarding, KYC and AML is know your customer, and anti-money laundering. Basically, it verifies your information. So identity verification is a key step before accepting new clients into financial institutions or other agencies. So open a bank account could take weeks. Other administrative processes, passport applications, for instance, even longer. Onboarding process is slow and resource heavy, often involving multiple third parties and with their own fees. Atala Prism can streamline and accelerate onboarding through the utilization of reusable verified credentials, and leverages blockchain technology to deliver a one-click user experience. And healthcare, counterfeit medicine. So a problem can be addressed through a blockchain solution. AtalaScan can authenticate and verify the origin and supply chain of pharmaceutical products, guaranteeing the safety and well-being of patients worldwide. So you can see there's a lot of just use cases off the bat. So benefits: Cardano restores trust to global systems, creating through science a more secure, transparent, and sustainable foundation for individuals to transact and exchange, systems to govern, and enterprises to grow. It's extremely scalable and environmentally friendly. It's not proof of work, which requires a machine that's on all the time, that runs constantly. It's very energy intensive. It's not as bad as they say, but it's still. I'll start on here. So proof of stake in Ouroboros, the most environmentally sustainable blockchain protocol. Ouroboros is the first peer-reviewed, verifiably secure blockchain protocol, and Cardano is the first blockchain to implement it. Ouroboros enables the Cardano network's decentralization and allows it to sustainably scale to global requirements without, crucially, compromising security. The protocol is the culmination of tireless efforts building on foundational research, and is propelled by a vision for more secure and transparent global payment system and a means to redistribute more fairly power and control. You can learn more about it here. That might be a medium. Actually, okay, no. So Ouroboros, environmentally sustainable, verifiably secure proof of stake protocol with rigorous security guarantees. And we'll I don't want to keep repeating all this same stuff. Let's see. Provably secure. Ouroboros features mathematically verifiable security against attackers. The protocol is guaranteed to be secure as long as 51% of the stake. In the case of Cardano is ADA. That's the native token for Cardano. Just like Ethereum. ETH is their native token and is used to pay for transaction fees. So ADA is to pay for transaction fees on the Cardano network. ADA is held by honest participants, which, in addition to other novel concepts, is achieved through random leader selection. The protocol continues to evolve through new iterations and rigorous security analysis. Yet, incentives and rewards. So, to ensure the sustainability of the blockchain networks, using Ouroboros, the protocol features an incentive mechanism that rewards network participants for their participation. This can either be operating a stake pool or delegating a stake in ADA to a stake pool. Rewards in the form of ADA can be earned by completing either of these activities. So stake delegation and stake pools. Ouroboros is a proof of stake protocol, which means it distributes network control across stake pools. Stake pools are node operators with the infrastructure required to ensure consistent and reliable connection to the network. So let's say I have a PC that I have, or a node. This node is my PC on the network, and I have, actually, do I have paint on here? I don't want to bother with that right now. So essentially I have one computer, and that is a node, and it is on all the time, connected to the internet, and is running the network. Now multiply that by, hundreds of thousands of people around the world, and that is where you get the network, the strong network, people that run these nodes, running computers with the network connected to it. And what staking is you take some of your ADA. Let's say I go to Coinbase or wherever you want to go buy your ADA. If you want to find out where to go buy ADA or Cardano, go to CoinGecko, come to Cardano, ADA, and you can go down to markets, find out what markets that you can buy Cardano or ADA in. I personally use, where is it? I use KuCoin. Now, these are the most popular ones. And then what you can do is you can say, if you have 100 ADA, that's $30 or $31. Let's say you want to put 50 ADA into a stake pool. That means you'll be earning rewards on the money or the ADA that you put in there. So there's a certain percentage that if it's just sitting, if you just have Cardano or ADA sitting in your wallet, it's not making you any money. But if you put it in the stake pool, then you'll be earning a reward on that, and it helps secure the network. So for each slot, stake pool is assigned as a slot leader and is rewarded for adding a block to the chain. And what this essentially is doing is creating or building the network or running the network. Now, if we go to the Cardano scan, each computer is verifying these blocks. These blocks have all this information in there. Now I'll go to one that's I'll check out some of these blocks. Yeah. Okay, so here's, you can view transactions in here. This is one block. This is a collection of transactions that some node has verified. And that's essentially what this does. It adds a block to the chain, you get rewarded for it, and that reward becomes distributed. So ADA holders may delegate their stake to a specific stake pool, increasing its chance of being selected as the slot leader and share in the stake pool's rewards. Complex but simple, or simple but complex. There's a lot that goes into that in the back end, and a lot of times staking isn't really beneficial because it can drain the rewards from the project. I've seen it before, and they've had to restructure, but Cardano is not, this is not the case. They have enough to allocate for rewards. So it's energy efficient because it doesn't use intense mining. There's certain mathematical algorithm or certain algorithms and stuff that requires a lot of energy, and Cardano doesn't have that. So we won't go into, okay, so how it works, we'll talk about this real quick. So it processes transaction blocks. So that Cardano scan, you go to your transactions or transaction blocks. So these are all the blocks on the chain. So let's say I go to this block. The pool that won this block was this Bravo pool. So the stake pool that mined this block gets the rewards. And so it processes transaction blocks, which are these, by dividing them into epochs, which are further divided into time slots. So epochs are essentially, oh man, it's kind of like a block in itself, but it's just a different way. It like breaks it down into pieces to allow the network to verify the data faster. It's kind of like streamlining it or setting certain processes off to the side, because if you have everything like Ethereum, they have so much running on the same layer that if you don't have certain transactions processed separately, then block verification, because it all takes certain power to verify and do transactions and run smart contracts. There's all these moving parts that are running on the same operating system. But with Cardano, you can take part of that and move it to the side or on a separate layer of that operating system. So you got Cardano, and you got the epochs where you can separate the transactions and break them down into separate parts, so that way you kind of streamline it better. And so after the epochs and stuff are divided into time slots, slot leader is elected for each time slot and responsible for adding a block to the chain. To protect against adversarial attempts to subvert the protocol, each new slot leader is required to consider the last few blocks of the received chain as transient. Only the chain that precedes the pre-specified number of transient blocks is considered settled. A whole lot that goes into that. It's also referred to as a settlement delay and is the mechanism through which the ledger is securely passed between participants. Enough on that. We'll go on to the next part. High standards in development rooted in science. Cardano was developed using evidence-based methods, a novel combination of formal methods, which are normally found in critical high-stake applications, and an agile approach, which helps the project remain adaptable and responsive to emerging requirements and new innovations. To support global applications, systems, and solutions, we believe security assurance is not a choice, it's a requirement. Our protocol implementations and platform integrations are first researched, challenged, and mathematically modeled and tested before they are specified. These specifications then inform development, which in turn is independently audited. The result is a code base offering an unrivaled level of assurance. Kind of look at this. Yeah, you can go into the library and look at all this stuff. I mean, it's there's a lot. I mean, that's why Cardano was founded in 2017, and they didn't launch their first smart contract until last year, which was insane. And I'm not sure why people hate so much, because in the long run, it'll pay off. Short term, I mean, as long as other projects don't take over your spot. But honestly, if you have something that's developed like this, that's solid in foundation and releases incredible products that work and rarely break, and if they do break, then there's a quick fix within days or a few weeks and not years, I would trust this over anything else. I've seen less hacks in Cardano than any others, especially Solana or AVAX, Avalanche, Binance, BNB. And secure, unparalleled security, and the makings of a trustless world. Through Ouroboros, Cardano is provably secure against bad actors and Sybil attacks. Every transaction, interaction, and exchange is immutably and transparently recovered and securely validated using multi-signature and a pioneering extended UTXO model. Check the roadmap. Open and incentivized participation. So they have with committed community at its core, Cardano is an open source project developed through open participation. To ensure the longevity and health of the network, it features an incentive mechanism that rewards users, either as stake pool operators or delegators, for their participation. Yeah, we kind of went into that earlier. It also has a governance system, which gives everyone a democratic voice. ADA holders can submit or vote on proposals to upgrade the platform or help determine the direction of development. The governance model uniquely positions Cardano for future growth and development and allows it to introduce new capability tailored to its users' needs. It ensures Cardano and its community can continuously fund and decide upon platform and ecosystem improvements. That's one thing that a lot of projects are doing, is they give you voting rights, and you can vote on proposals or submit proposals for the network. And excuse me, I'm not sure how. I think there's some things that can be good and bad about that. Maybe if you hold more ADA than somebody else, you can win a proposal that might not otherwise go through. I don't know. Just kind of thinking of the good and bad. It's cool. It's cool. Cardano roadmap. Okay. So scaling, Basho. Yeah. You can go in here and kind of look at the roadmap. And then scalable and sustainable. Ouroboros allows Cardano to scale to global requirements with minimal energy requirements. Unlike other blockchains, Cardano does not require exponentially more energy to increase performance and add blocks. The performance sustainability balance is achieved through a combination of novel approaches, including multi-ledger, side chains, and parallel transaction processing through multi-party state channels. That's what I was explaining earlier, is that you have your base operating system, but then you have other layers that process transactions and stuff separately and verify blocks and verify hacks or other things that go on. So that way your main operating system layer runs smooth. Because in Ethereum, it's not like that. You got everything kind of integrated in one layer, and when there's too much going on in the network, it bogs down the prices. Your transaction fees shoot way up. So having this on separate layers is really good. So you can discover Cardano, people purpose research, technology opportunity. And here's the input output, Cardano Foundation. And yeah, Vassal was the last upgrade. So it increased functionality, performance, and scalability. Find out what the Vassal upgrade will bring to Cardano. Okay. Yeah, it was yeah, so the Alonzo had the implementation of smart contract. It's crazy to see, because Cardano didn't have any stake pools until what, 2 years ago? 2.5? And then they get the NFTs last year. And in the fall last year was the Alonzo. Now we're in the Vassal. And it's just little upgrades to the network that Basho. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. You can go, and there's stuff for developers. They have a programming playground that you can go in. There's test nets that you can use to develop on, stake pool operations, how to run a stake pool, research, developer portal, developer updates. For individuals, what is ADA? Cardano Blockchain Explorer, which is right here. Now go back and look at my video on Etherscan. I'll do another video on this, kind of go through, and it's all essentially the same. Essentially the same, but just a little bit different. So what is ADA? New type of currency, a means of transaction, direct, secure, from anywhere for anyone. And it's the native token of Cardano. It's named after Ada Lovelace, a 19th century mathematician who is recognized as the first computer programmer and is the daughter of the poet Lord Byron. ADA is a digital currency. Any user located anywhere in the world can use ADA as a secure exchange of value without requiring a third party to mediate the exchange. Every transaction is permanently, securely, and transparently recorded on the blockchain. Every ADA holder also holds a stake in the Cardano network. ADA stored in the wallet can be delegated to a stake pool to earn rewards, to participate in the successful running of the network, or pledge to a stake pool to increase the pool's likelihood of receiving rewards. Oh yeah, and the more people who stake in a pool, the more rewards you can get. Although if there's too many in the pool, then you get less rewards, so it's kind of a balance. In time, ADA will also be usable for a variety of applications and services on the Cardano platform. How do I buy and sell? Like I said earlier, go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, and there's a couple wallets. Daedalus or Yoroi. There's a couple wallets. They're probably the most secure. I like Eternal. Eternal. So Daedalus, this one is a beast. This one is a beast. So you want to have, yeah, a lot, because this is basically running the network on your computer. So you need 64-bit dual-core processors, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 100 to 200 gigabytes of free drive space, and continuously growing. Broadband internet connection. So if you don't want Daedalus, you can go to Yoroi. You can download it on, well, I'm not on Chrome, but I'm on Brave. I can add it to Brave. Add the extension. Yay, Yoroi. And then you go in here. You can set up your wallet. I agree. Allow Cardano payment URLs. Skip that for now. Okay, create a wallet. Cardano, create wallet, wallet name. I'll just do test wallet. Okay. There you go. Create wallet. So the following screen, you will see a set of 15 random words. This is your wallet backup phrase. It can be entered in any version of Yoroi in order to back up or restore your wallet's funds and private key. Make sure nobody looks in your screen unless you want them to have access to your funds. Do not do this on any screen share. Do not screenshot your seed phrase. Do not take a picture of it. Write it down on a piece of paper. Write down the password's not important. I mean, it is, but if you recover a wallet, you can set up a new password every time. So, but write down your wallet name, the password, and the seed phrase. This phrase right here. But I'm just doing this as a test wallet. So I'll just take a picture because I can, because I'm not using this wallet for anything. And then, yes, you've written it down. Now it'll ask you to do it in order. So I'll do it in order. There you go. Just do all that. And here is your wallet. You can go to dashboard, transactions, send, receive, voting, delegations, go back to your wallets. And then you can add a new wallet in here, so you can have multiple wallets. And also Eternal, same thing, you can create a wallet and it'll go through that. Now that we have a wallet, yeah, so make sure you keep that phrase, that seed phrase, in a safe place. Safe place. So let's see, how do I store my ADA and keep it safe? Yeah, just So Hot Wallet is connected to the internet and can be accessed at any time with the requisite keys. Examples of Hot Wallets may include mobile and software wallets and funds stored on exchanges. This is an example of a hot wallet where you can access it right away. Cold Wallet is an offline wallet not connected to the internet and is used for storing funds that do not have to be frequently accessed. Example includes hardware wallet, which is and paper wallets, which I don't necessarily recommend. Cardano is supported by both Trezor and Ledger hardware wallets. And you can also check out more wallets right here. Yeah, Eternal, Flint, Nami. I would suggest going with, yeah, Eternal or Yoroi or Nami. I haven't used Flint. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. And, ooh, what is this? Ooh. Yeah, we'll dive into that later. Discover Cardano. You can go and you see the people research on Ouroboros, Purpose Technology, and the rewards calculator. Their journey so far. And you can go into more about the beginning of Cardano and everything like that. But this is just a nice little overview, giving you a taste of what we got to come. This ecosystem is huge and is growing every day. And it's definitely one of my top favorites, just because of the community behind this ecosystem is just amazing. Especially the NFT community is crazy. It's really crazy. But that's all I got time for today. I appreciate y'all joining me, hanging out with me, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Till the next one. Peace.